you I'm tired and things are gonna get dented. Because I care a lot less now than I did earlier. And I didn't care earlier.
This is the B of Goodrich Tires 24 Hellback Trail Challenge, presented by HP Tuners, brought to you by Flex, Rocks, and Rollovers.
All right, Mac, what you about to do?
The Sucker Punch Climb.
What time is it?
It is 4:08 in the morning.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit slow, but I'm still feeling pretty good.
Confident enough to do this?
Yeah, confident to give it a couple good bumps and see how it goes.
What do you think so far about the 24 hell and back?
Whoever taught, and if anyone ever talks crap about it, man, like, it's not about just, like, you're not out with your buddies on a trail system that you normally go to. And then on top of everything, it's all day long. Like, and it's not just straight wheeling, it's everything that goes into it. It's brutal. Like, I understand why I watch the videos and freaking you watch people that are dead, like dead tired, people crashed in rigs and stuff like that. It makes absolute sense. What do you think? It feels like it just,
you gotta, like, as soon as the front wheel start climbing, hammer it and keep it straight.
it just doesn't feel like it's hitting good off.
You just hit the rear bumper.
I mean, like, take it off. I don't know.
I'd say one more good attempt and then call it.
Okay. It just feels like it walks so hard that I let out of it.
Which way do you think it walks?
It walks to the left, which is weird because that's the high side. All right, well, we'll give it one more.
You wanted the purse, you got the whole damn bag. I go forward.
Well, my first 24-hour hell and back experience was awesome. Had a great time. The only thing that really psyched me out was that first huge slab.
Yeah.
Had some tears in my eyes at the top. I think it was tears of joy that it was over.
Yeah, you finally did it. You got through it. You had a nightmare about it the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was definitely a winch fest. So everyone that had been here that I talked to told me that it would be a punch in the face. I was kind of prepared for that in that aspect. I'm not sure exactly how many times I winched, but I mean, every single time it was necessary. This has got to be the most difficult wheeling on the East Coast. The videos and footage aren't going to do it any justice. I did not fall asleep once. I'm probably on my 4th wind right now. I know it's gonna hit me once we get on the interstate though. They told me this moon buggy was made for this terrain and they weren't lying.
I ended up making it here 2 hours before the event, so I'm basically like 48 hours in it. But here it is, I finished, so that's all that matters. At the end of the trip, I pushed the winch too hard and I was not giving throttle, so I broke an outer, but I was able to get out. This park is quite gnarly. If you're not ready to scratch your rig, don't even think about it. I fell asleep around, what, like 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning.
Something like that,
I remember Marvin say, "Hey Alan, you up?" So yeah, I was you next. So yeah, that was my favorite part. I mean, we got into a buggy territory with a full JK. I had a great time, that's all I can say. Thanks for Marvin for letting me enjoy you guys, and thanks for the camera crew. Thanks for the spotters, you guys did great, and hopefully we can see you in the next one.
I have never in my life wheeled trails that insane with rigs like these, especially in a leaf-sprung Toyota. Definitely one of the craziest parks I've ever been to. Didn't break anything. A lot of body damage. A lot of body damage. I had an absolute blast. That was probably the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. I did fall asleep. That's a long ride. After we kind of blew through Sucker Punch, Matt was the last one to run. Waiting on him, I dozed off for a good while. If I didn't have RCV shafts, this would not have been possible for sure. You gotta thank Smittybilt for the new winch. We tested that out quite a bit. Insane experience. If anybody gets the chance to do it, it's wild. Can't even think of any other way to explain it.
Bag number 4 is in the books, officially. I'm always exhausted afterwards. We all are always exhausted, but this time it's a special kind of exhausted. I don't know what it is, man, but I was sitting down earlier and just closed my eyes for a minute, and it feels like I'm on a boat. Everything's moving the entire time. I'm beat. Yeah, New England is a doozy, to say the least. Field and forest is the real deal, man. I can't stress it enough. If you guys like rock crawling, this is the place. there is no right equipment for the trails that you have here. Like, we had moon buggies, we had rock bouncers, we had built Toyotas, we had built Jeeps, we had literally one of everything, and everybody had to winch. The amount of body panels that got damaged in this place, oh my god. The Jeep is definitely lost probably 10 pounds in paint. I still have my windshield and my light bar is still intact, which I'm very proud of. That was kind of a secret goal of mine. Again, if it would have gone, it would have gone. It's not a big deal, but it's just like, that was the one thing everybody told me, do not even bring a windshield to this place. And I still rocked it, and it's still in one piece, not even a cracked glass.
I think this is the most winching I've seen in a 24 hell and back.
This is definitely the most winching I've ever seen. Just the most struggle in general, even if you didn't necessarily have to winch, but how many times we had tree savers and recovery straps or on roll cages, 5-6 guys pulling on it, trying to get it off something. Man, it was just hard work. The camaraderie and the teamwork in this one was on point. I never fell asleep at a Hallenbeck, not one time. And no, this is my baby. I'm not falling asleep here. Like, I have too much responsibility. I have too much stuff going on in my head. I have too many things to remember. I'm not falling asleep at a Hallenbeck.
Just before this event, didn't think I would ever use it. I used it like 5 times. This place is nasty, field and forest. I'll have to bring some bouncers back up here and play for sure. Highs is probably spanking 3 hill climbs that nobody else could get up. That was the highs. Lows was probably sucker punch when everybody had made it through, and I literally just like kept hitting every single rock on the way out. It hit me pretty good about 3 in the morning, and then it was actually worse when we got on the last trail. I like made the mistake of going up there and sitting on a rock and checking out what was going on, doing a little videoing, and I about fell asleep a couple times sitting on that rock. And so I finally made myself get up and start walking around. So it was a close one this year, but I didn't sleep any.
He's tired. He's sleeping. Tired.
Well, there you go. That's how you roll over a buggy on the final trail.
What happened?
Well, they got it so sloppy. Again, y'all been having me go last this whole time.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, if there's a way to end a show, I think end it with a bang. We had a great time, and you know, it's just one of those things you'll never forget these things. You know, that's me and Jamin. We go do crazy stuff all over the place, and this is the stuff we'll talk about when we're old in nursing homes, and we'll have the best stories to tell. You know, everyone had to wear the helmet, everyone had to winch, so it was a pretty level playing field for sure. Now, putting me at the back of the pack got me a bunch of times, like, because it got slicked up. You know, everybody having a hard time getting through stuff. So wasn't a big fan of that, but we made it work and had a good time either way.
Like, watched every single episode and all of that, and yeah, there's some stuff you're like, oh, that doesn't seem as bad, but it's brutal. When you're on hour 20 and all you want to do is finish and then someone gets stuck, you have to fight every ounce of your being to not be mad at them, but to band together and keep moving to get to the end. We came down with that goal to finish and thought we brought a rig that could, and I think we succeeded in that. Is that better?
That's better.
No, I did not fall asleep at all. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Like, I tried my best. If I can give any advice to anyone, it's stay out of your rig as much as possible. Hang out with the camera guys, hang out with the crew, help out with recovery. Whatever you can do to stay out of your rig is the best way. Because if you sit in that thing, if your seats are comfortable and you sit in your rig for more than 15 minutes, it's hard not to fall asleep.
It was a hard 24 hours for sure. I would do it again, but it was definitely hard. 24 hours of wheeling is a lot of wheeling. It was everything I thought it would be, actually. Crazy variety of people, from this to full-on rock bouncers over there. So I'm thankful for the invite.
It was really cool. We struggled to get through some parts, but it was awesome to see all of it and to go through there.
I took 2 little 5-minute naps. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I did. I dozed off in there, and they weren't long ones, but they were probably 2 5-minuters on the steering wheel real quick. When you sit in the Jeep, when I put the heat on in the Jeep, that was it. I had to get out and walk around. Once I sat in the Jeep, I wanted to go to sleep.
Marvin always has a great way of picking really good guys and unbelievable places to go. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys.
That was a whole new ball game for me. You know, the filming and people with cameras and lights everywhere, and everyone's watching you, and it's kind of cool watching the drones all fly around. That's also pretty cool. You're seeing the drones do it, and they go in between the rigs. All that was pretty cool. That was a whole new experience for us.
It was a pretty wild trail ride. Definitely a little more than I was expecting, for sure. It's kind of a long time to be out there 24 hours. I only made it maybe 7, 8-ish, but I was still out there pretty much the whole night.
They drove their heart outs for 24 hours, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
They did everything they possibly could to do what they needed to do.
Some of those rigs don't belong on those trails.
They made it work.
And they made it work. I think we've all been stuck in the woods overnight, and I thought it would be something like that, but it's beyond that. Definitely underestimated what it took to make it happen, to stay up for 24 hours and do it again in a heartbeat, but not tomorrow.
Did you guys fall asleep at any point?
Nope.
Couldn't. Too much action.
Your personal opinion, for those who don't know about you guys, what would you say?
There are hard trails in New England.
Yeah, there you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 24 hours back in the books. Woo! Congratulations, everybody. Thank you very, very much for participating, for beating your rigs up, and for coming from all across the country
to be part of this awesome event.
This is the Be of Goodrich Tires 24 Hellback Trail Challenge, presented by HP Tuners, brought to you by Flex, Rocks, and Rollovers.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more.